Sunny skies once again as we head into the afternoon, but we did have some super soakers this morning. Heavy downpours for some of us, making our commutes maybe a little bit tricky at times, but things have dried out and we're feeling a little bit humid outside since we had that morning rainfall. But actually things don't look too bad considering the start that we had to our morning. The downtown sky cam showing a pretty quiet lunch hour in downtown Toledo. Now yesterday we did have some heat. We reached 92 degrees at the Toledo Express Airport, making 6 days so far this season that we have been looking at 90s or above. The seasonal average is about 19 days. So we are right now kind of pacing a little bit lower considering we are into the middle of July. But with that tropical feeling today, you're probably going to say, hey, it still feels like it's a summer sizzler outside. However, it's not going to be reaching the 90s today because we still have more rain to talk about. Before we get there, the rain, though, this morning kind of helped purify the air, taking any pollen. We haven't had a lot of smoke lately, so we are thankful for that. You will find our air quality index, though, little to no risk. That means we're in the good category, sitting at about a 31 for the Toledo area, keeping that AQI just kind of right in the middle of that good category. Of course, at times we have been seeing that bump in between the two, but overall our conditions have been a little bit better and easier to tolerate rather than where we were just a couple weeks ago into that red and fuchsia. Now you will find that sunset tonight is going to be at 9:08. So we still have 8 minutes after 9 o'clock that we still have that full sun, but we are losing 1 minute and 14 seconds of daylight today. However, you're not really going to notice much as far as that sunset tonight, just because we are going to be eyeing some storms as we head into the 9 o'clock hour later on this evening. So you're going to be more busy keeping an eye to storms rather than keeping an eye to that gorgeous sunset that we always love in the summer season. So this is the complex that we're watching as far as our showers and storms. You're finding that just entering into Illinois. We've been seeing that rolling through the Central Plains. And along this line, we have been seeing some stronger winds. We do also have a little bit of convection just on the southern tip of Lake Michigan, but that's kind of been losing its intensity as it's been rolling into Indiana. So we will watch for a few showers from that early on this evening, but our best chance for picking up that rainfall is going to be from that system there further west. We will be looking at heavy downpours, just like the setup that we had this morning, but also kind of with it being that line, we will be looking at some gusty winds that'll be possible as well. The system itself, we're finding it to be about 336 miles away from us. So we are going to have a little bit of time here this afternoon. Of course, this leading edge of some rainfall could survive to bring at least a few showers in. But we're going to notice that we have this stronger line that's going to be moving in and taking a little bit of time to get here, since we're talking over 300 miles for it to get towards the metro. The hour-by-hour forecast showing a little bit of that leftover moisture, though we don't have a lot of it in place for us. As we go into the afternoon, we'll still have a little bit of cloud cover. That's going to allow for some of those scattered showers, even as we head into the dinner hour. Here we are, 6 o'clock. That's when you're having dinner. Probably not on the patio if we are already at that point looking at some of those showers, but then the heavy downpours kick in after that. You can see some of this red and the orange, and I know a lot of people say, oh no, that's severe weather. That's really what we're measuring when we look at some of those reds and orange. Yes, we can have stronger storms in them, but radar is just saying, hey, there's a lot of water here, and that's why you see those brighter colors, and that's what we're going to be seeing from this system is a lot of water. We have that humidity, and that's just a lot of moisture that the storms are going to be able to tap in and say, all right, we're going to make it rain. So that's what we're going to be looking at as this line does push through around the 9 o'clock time frame. Of course, further west, you're going to see that before 9 o'clock, right around 7, 8 o'clock, and that's going to advance further east as we go into this evening. Some gusty winds, again, are going to be possible since we still see that line structure, but we just won't have a lot of energy. So that's the component that we're going to be watching. As we go into the overnight, that system clears out, so we should get some sleep in. But as we go into Thursday, there's still that slight chance for some rainfall, but it's going to be more of a scattered shower setup, not going to be seeing stronger storms from anything that develops. And you can actually even see some sun as we go into the later half of tomorrow. Before this evening, we do have the scattered thunderstorms. They are going to be bringing those downpours. As far as the heavy rain and the lightning, those are going to kind of be our biggest concerns from this. You can see the wind gusts, kind of our middle level threat. and some smaller hail. I know we got some reports out of southeast Michigan last night to where they had some small hail. So though that is possible, it is going to be one of our lower end threats as we go into this evening. So make sure you stay updated on the storms with the WTOL 11 weather app. You can use radar to see current conditions, but also future radar as well, since we're still waiting for those storms to approach. Also using the app, you'll be able to use those hourly details. So that's why we're going to be looking at thunderstorms as we go into later tonight. If you don't have the app, make sure you get it. You can get that on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. All you have to search is WTOL 11 weather. Also, make sure you also have your location set up and have that sound on just in case we do have any warnings that we need to make sure you're aware of. As we go into the later half of this upcoming week, the Dana Open is going to be happening there in Highland Meadows in Sylvania. We're going to find mid-80s for the tournament, though seeing raindrops and lightning bolts, not exactly what we want to see. But none of these days are going to be a total washout. It's just going to be while you're there, we do have some of those scattered showers. So you just have to have the app if you're going to be headed out there, or even if you're not going, just have the app here for the next couple of days to keep an eye on where those rain pockets do develop. On our extended forecast, you can see we have the rain paintbrush out as we are going to be looking at some thunderstorms to be scattered throughout our Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Sunday going to be the dry day. All during this time, though, to get us through the rest of this week, we're going to be looking at mid-80s. We do have those 80s that hold into next week and a little bit of a warm-up as we get into the later portions of next week, though it looks almost towards the bookends that we will be seeing some of those showers and thunderstorms. So of course, with all these rain chances that are a little bit scattered here and there, always stay updated with the weather on the WTOL 11 weather app.